All right. Hello. Good morning. It's Kim Heimakers, and it's Tuesday, so we're going on today talking about 3 questions to ask to get clear on what you want in life and your career. So that is the topic for today. If you're catching us live, let me know where you're watching from. So drop in the comments below. Yeah, where are you watching from? Where are you catching this? And the intention is that we're going to be doing this. I'm going to be doing this every Tuesday, so every Tuesday at the same time, so 12 noon. That is Central European time. That is 6 a.m. Eastern time. So if you're, really enthusiastic, getting up early in Eastern time zone, you catch me there at 6 a.m. And we're going to be talking about topics all related to essentially living your best life, creating your authentic, becoming your own leader in your life. So really being authentic to who you are and what you want to achieve. So that is the goal for each of the sessions. The topics will change each week. Sometimes they'll be quite similar, and that's great, right? You can always ask your questions. So again, drop any questions you get along the way below, and I'd love to hear your feedback. So let's get into it right now, okay? So I want you to think about what it is that you want to achieve in the future. Now, the future is, of course, could be very broad. It could be very far out. But start first with thinking, well, what would I like to see in my life in the next 3 months? And you could think, summer's coming. I don't know about you, but it's we haven't planned our summer vacation. Maybe you have done that, so you can think about your summer vacation, all those kinds of things. What are you going to do after that? School will be starting in 3 months. What does that look like, right? And then also think about looking out 6 months in advance, looking out a year out, and possibly, if you want to go more longer term, in the 3 to 5 year term. Excuse me. So here's the thing that why I want you to think about this. When you are clear on where you want to go, that is when you are actually going to be moving in that direction. And you're also giving your brain, so this lovely part of us, the very top of our bodies, the signals as to what it needs to do. Another way to put that, if you are not clear on what you want to achieve, you're not clear on where you want to go, then it's like getting in a self-driving car and just saying, drive. And then what happens is you actually will either have to be satisfied with wherever it takes you, or you get increasingly frustrated thinking, well, that's not what I wanted. Like we're driving down the highway, but I wanted to go into the country. Or, you're driving west, I wanted to go east, right? Those kinds of different things. But that's really what happens when you lack clarity around your vision. The other side of that happens is also that you may find yourself actually living your life according to other people's expectations and what other people have thought is really good for your life. So I want to share a little story around that because I remember very distinctly when I graduated from university. And we're not going to say when, but quite a while ago. And, I really did not make it easy for my mother, who pretty much pulled me through that university, getting that 4-year degree and getting it done. And I remember giving, almost at the end saying, well, this diploma is yours because, I'm done now. I need to do my own thing. And it was really it's a bit of a friction moment at that point for both of us, right? Because from a parental perspective, she was doing everything she knew how to set me up for the best life that I could have. And from my perspective, it's like, well, this is your expectation. This is what I wanted to do. And so that became, there becomes some friction. This also happens when it comes to your part of, are you clear on your vision? If you're not clear, you are going to have other people place their expectations on you, whether that's your parents, whether that's your partner, your children, your job, right? Don't forget, your employer can put a lot of expectations on you in terms of what your career is going to look like, where you're going to go, etc. So what I want you to do is get clear on what you want. Now, getting clear on your vision, that is one of the pillars within my coaching programs that all of my clients, whether they're in the group program or whether they're one of my one-on-one clients, they all go through. This is an essential pillar in order to get to where you want to be and to really live authentically how you want. So what I want you to think about when you're looking into the future, I want you to start with coming up with this type of statement. So the statement should be below. And the statement is, today is, and then you want to put in there your end date. I am so grateful, and then you want to add the outcome that you want to see by that date. Now, here is why that is so powerful. By stating it in this way, you are actually priming your brain with the thought that you already are achieving it. It's a given. You're not even going to say, well, I'm going to try, and that's going to be a conversation for another day. Why try is not a word we want to use. But it is really about reinforcing this idea of, okay, this is a deadline, this is a goal that I'm setting for myself, and also already being grateful for right now for already having those results. So think about it in this sense. You get to set the date of whatever that is. You can be grateful for what it is you're going to achieve. Now, this could be either personally, maybe you have some personal goals you want to achieve. It could be professionally, so you want to be, I want to by September 1st, I want to be promoted to the next role. That could be something that you have there too. So by September 1st, I am so very grateful for my new position, my new promoted position. And you want to be very specific. So be as specific as possible. And here's another reason why. Again, this is how your brain works. If you were to say to your brain, today is June 30th, right? We'll take the end of the month. And I am so grateful for more money. It's a possibility, right? Sorry, just about knocked off my glass. We all want more money. Well, what your brain goes, okay, click, got it. We've got our direction, we've got our vision, we've got what it is we want to achieve. You walk out the door, you find a penny on the street. Your brain looks at the penny, you can pick it up and goes, check, more money. So you were not specific in what you asked for. What you were fairly general. I want more money. All right, great. Now, we found more money, so we've achieved that goal. And I'm pretty sure, if you're anything like me, wanting the outcome of more money, that doesn't mean you want to just a cent more. There's a specific amount of money that you want more of. So get clear for yourself as to what is that specific amount of money that you want to have more of. All right, so that's your first step. Okay, so you've created your vision. Now you're going to start with, okay, today is specific end date. I'm so grateful for a specific outcome. Then you want to start journaling all about that outcome, because you're going to figure out what is going on. Okay, so one thing you can start looking at, ask yourself the question, what did I do differently to make this happen? Okay, so what did I do differently to make this happen? So think about it. What actions did you take? What did you do that you didn't do before? If you wanted to create a promotion for yourself at work, then did you take more initiative? Did you start speaking up in meetings? Did you start networking more? Did you start promoting your own work and your own abilities more? Did you ask for help? Now, this is a big one that I see a lot of professionals have a hard time doing, asking for help. And I don't mean you don't necessarily have to ask for help in the sense of, you're not performing at your work. What if you just started asking for help in a sense of like, I would like, this is my goal. Can you help me with insight? Can you give me some advice on how would you see the next steps for me, right? That's also asking for help, and that can be really important. So those are different ways of doing that. All right. So again, if you're catching this live, let me know where you're watching from. Also drop if this is making sense. So drop the comment for yourself, like, what would you do differently? Take more action. Is that one of those things that you would do? Right? So drop in the comments if there's something that what would you do differently if you thought ahead? Now the third part of this, okay, so let's go back, we'll review. The first one is you're going to create this statement. So I know it's not technically a question, but the question comes before that, right? The question is, what's the outcome and by when do you want to create it? You're going to put it into this statement. Today is end date. I'm so grateful for specific outcome. The second question is, what did I do differently to make this happen? Question number 2. So we're going to get into question number 3. What did I let go of? Now, if you're anything like me or anything like my clients, what comes up here is a lot of fear, is a lot of things around judgment, around success. Essentially, oftentimes, this is the stories that we're telling ourselves in our minds about that we believe it's true. And it's actually not. These are beliefs that we've built up over time. And if you've heard of we say this before, a belief is simply a thought you have repeated over time. So none of it is true. You're going to find a lot of stories that are coming up for you that you think, that just isn't me. That's just not what I want at all. So if that is you, this question is going to feel a little bit triggering when you start to think of what did you let go of, okay? So you're going to put in your I format, right? So what did I let go of? This is so you've got those 3 parts. So today is you figure out what's the outcome and by when you want to achieve it. You're looking at what did you do differently? So what kind of actions and behaviors did you take? And then what did you let go of? So what are the things that you let go of for yourself to be able to achieve that outcome? And I've got a little bonus because I like to give a bonus away here, okay? The bonus part of this fourth question you can also ask yourself is, why do you want that outcome? Now, when you ask why, this is also really a question that creates an open answer that we often don't like to answer. And I really want to encourage you, as you're going through these steps, to take the time. Now, here's a really great advantage of your brain, and that is that your subconscious brain, or your unconscious part, so remember there's 2 parts of your brain. There's about 5% of your brain is the conscious part, which is what you experience all day, every day. And there's 95% of your brain is unconscious. So it is running on essentially like a computer, right? On specific software, on automation, on just making things easier. Here's the thing though, that unconscious part of your brain is super powerful. When you give it a question, it needs to answer that question. So again, let me say that again. Your unconscious mind, when you provide it with a question, it needs to provide an answer. Does the answer show up right away? Not generally. Doesn't work quite that fast. But that answer over time will show up, and it'll show up at the weirdest moments, right? If you've ever felt like all of a sudden you got the most inspiring idea when you were in the shower or late at night, I keep a notepad by my bedside for this reason, because my brain seems to go on high alert when I go to bed, because that's the time that I'm really shutting my conscious brain down, but all of a sudden my unconscious brain gets time to really push those ideas forward. So if you are like that and you want to see an amazing outcome from this question or an amazing answer, give yourself some time and some space to just allow yourself to think about the question, or even don't even think about the question, but just ask yourself that question and then start doing other things, because to allow yourself the space, your brain the space to be able to give you the answer that you're looking for. So think about this. This is also going to require you to dig deep, this last one, right? So dig deep into yourself, into your subconscious, into your heart, as to why do you want to achieve that outcome that you have asked for in the first question. All right, so that is today. So I'm just going to see if there's any chats. Not yet. So if you have got any questions when you're watching this on the replay, first of all, let me know you're watching on the replay, so #replay. And if you've got any questions, reach out. You can ask, you can send me a private message. I'll answer on any of the questions that you've got. Or here's another alternative. You can come and, if you want more, you're ready to get clear on your vision and you want some help, comment ready below and we can start having a conversation around that. And I'm really excited to get to know you better and to see what's going on for you. So that is today. So just in summary, let's walk through those 4 questions, right? I gave you a bonus one there. So these are the 3 questions. And just to be clear, this is what I do with my clients. So my clients, either in a group format or in a one-on-one format, we go through making a vision. There's there's some other pillars there as well, but vision is one of the big pillars within the program. And because, again, if you have no destination in mind, you will end up anywhere and everywhere will be okay. Or even what I have really rebelled against for most of my adult life is living up to somebody else's expectations. I really wanted to pursue life in my own expectations. And that meant there are times to make hard decisions. I'll let you know a little secret. I know we're at the end of this and I'm still going back to review it. But you get to choose hard, because living somebody else's expectations is hard. Living without a destination in mind, having no clear vision, getting frustrated, getting stressed about it, just thinking, what if I, or being jealous of others, that is hard. Okay, do not fool yourself because you're thinking, well, but I'm safe, I'm comfortable, things are moving around. I'm okay, I'm fine, because that's a lot of comments I get oftentimes, I'm fine. That's still hard. And then on the other side, you could also be saying, you know what? It's time that I live my life, I pursue my career, I go after the ambitions that I have because I want to, because those are my expectations of myself. I am clear as to where I want to go with my future, and I want to go there. And I have put the step on the horizon. That's my goal. And yes, it will be hard. You get to choose, right? I just told you both sides are the same. So when you are up for a choice, why not choose the one where you get to be in the driver's seat, that you get to be moving forward, and you are the leader that you want to be in your life and in your career, professionally. If you decide you want to run a business, hey, be a leader there too, right? All these amazing things. So, get a little on my soapbox once in a while. I can't help doing, because I get really passionate about this, because I really want, especially women out there, I know we have so many expectations that are put on us. I want you to live your best life and get what you want out of it, rather than being supportive of everybody else and finding yourself looking back with regret. All right, so those 3 questions, just to run through them really quick, right? So we were talking about 3 questions on how to get clear on what you want in your life. So the first one is just simply picking some outcomes. Think for yourself. Keep it simple at times. Look 3 months in the future. Look 6 months down the road. Okay, pick an end date. By when do you want a specific outcome? Okay, and then create the statement. Today is whatever that end date is, and I am so grateful for the outcome that you want. What did you do differently to make that happen? So think of yourself in your future capacity. Don't think of yourself now, but think of yourself having achieved that outcome. What did you do differently to make it happen? What did you have to let go of? So that's the third question there. That's the third step. What did I let go of? And here's the bonus. Why do you want that outcome? Well, you want that outcome because, and remember, if you give your brain, especially your unconscious brain, a question, it is driven to answer it. It must answer your question. It just may take a little while, so go for a walk, read a good book, take a bath, all those kinds of things. Whatever it takes for you to create some space where you're not actively thinking about the question, but you're allowing your unconscious mind to do the work for you. So last but not least, if you want some more information, you're ready to get clear on your vision, comment ready below, and we will start having a conversation. And yeah, I'm always excited to meet new people. All right, I wish you well today. Thank you so much for catching it today. I look forward to seeing you next week, Tuesday, and Thursday I will be live again because I have an interview with an amazing person, Carmen Ventrici, who's going to share with you how she has stepped into her own, living her own authentic life. All right, have a great day. I'll talk to you again soon.